Alright, so I guess the last video was Valentine's Day, and today is the 20th, so that's how long it's been since I've got to come back over here. And I got a new hay bale because the fire went completely out. But on the bright side is I built my first pond, y'all. Look at all this daggone water. Oh man, this is the downside of digging a pit. So it's gonna be a long day. All right, y'all, I got the pond drained out finally, but I brought a secret weapon. I finally broke down and went and got me a little blower. Alright, I'm just gonna let that blower just sit there and keep putting oxygen to it, and I'm gonna pile her on, see if I can't get it good and hot. It's amazing what a little bit of air will do. There's only one problem with that. Problem with the blower, and I'll show y'all that in just a minute. So let me get this fire going real quick, and I'll show y'all kind of where I screwed up. Y'all, it's amazing what a little bit of oxygen will do to a fire. If I hadn't had that little leaf blower, there'd be no way I could get this to burn today. It's way wetter than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, this is what I kind of screwed up on this leaf blower. Get away from this fire. So I don't use a leaf blower for anything really, so I don't need anything special. All I wanted was just something to, you know, put out air, and you don't need a whole lot of air. So this little model is more than enough. Little BG 50. But what it doesn't have is it doesn't have a little trigger holder that you can just kind of set and let it run at a certain RPM or whatever. So I bought it and got going down the road, and I realized, like, crap, I didn't even look to see if it had the little trigger thing on it. Sure enough, I get home and I'm like, nope, it don't. So I didn't even, it's like, screw it, I'll figure out something. So what I did is I had an old pair of earplugs in the truck, and I just tied me a little loop here, and I can set my trigger with that. I'll figure something out. I just sat there and looked at the different models, and I was like, I got to get one with a trigger on it. And then I'll be dang, I was like, well, I don't need nothing special. And then sure enough, I got the wrong one. I should have got the next size up, but that thing was like right at $150. I didn't think it was too bad, but it's nothing special. It's just enough to put some air out, and you can see it has done its job. And I'm about ready to stack some more on there, so I'm gonna get this going really good and kind of get it out of the way, and then I'm gonna go down this fence line over here and try to get all that on the ground today. I need to. And then there's a couple trees in here, and then this little nook back in here. So I don't like a whole lot more, but the ground in places it's pretty dry, but then in some places you still got water running out of it. And kind of where the bigger trees were, the stump hole, they're kind of pretty soft. So it's just gonna be fighting mud. So I finally got everything on the fire. I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get in the skid steer and just kind of shove all this loose muddy stuff up in a pile over there in the corner. Kind of give me a clean path to whenever I start pushing all this stuff, I don't get so much dirt and mud and all that stuff mixed in there with it. Try to keep it a little clean as I can. Plus it'll kind of start letting that little spot dry out. But the fire's going pretty good. So by the time, I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut that log one more time and throw it on the fire, because it'll be like playing musical chairs. I don't have anything at the house to unload it off the trailer, so I'll have to have either one of these two pieces of equipment back home. But I've got so much work still to do on another job down the road here, and then this lady come over this morning. She wants me to come quote her a job, so I don't know what that's about to entail. So I'm just gonna chop the log in half again and throw it on the fire. Yeah, she's rolling pretty good. Alright, I kind of got all the loose stuff pushed up there. It's quite a bit actually, and there's just some really soft spots in there, so gotta kind of let that start airing out too. There's a good little soft spot right there, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing cut into, took to the fire, and then let's start on this fence line. Alright, so I'm getting started on the fence row now. It's got a lot of junk up and down through it, so probably gonna be a little aggravating. This is about the biggest tree I'm gonna have to take down right now. I'm just gonna take everything, kind of make little piles over here. I can come by and just scoop it with a skid steer and push it to the fire. Where it catches my hydraulic hoses. I kind of wish now I'd have went ahead and brought the 313. This job's got bigger trees on it than I kind of realized. I'm not knocking the 306, but if you're having to fight mud, you just need all the machine you can get. Let me tell you, this stuff right here makes a huge difference on jobs too. solid ground too. It ain't happening. And this has got that old hog wire in it too. Tree, sweet gum, cinder blocks, old pieces of metal. What in the crap is that? Oh, it's an old tailgate. Spun around here. Just too dang wet. Can't even sit still on the ground. I guess it's gotten wetter since I've been here today. Just about over it, honestly. too that's got to go. All that stuff's tangled up and briars and stuff. I ain't getting in there to do it by hand. She's just gonna get ripped apart. What's gonna make it hard is all that barbed wire and hog wire is tied up around everything. She don't really want to break loose. About this area is it's pretty flat and it ain't nothing but clay, so the water just kind of sits and really don't have any runoff. Every yard down through here pretty much floods out. When I get through, I'm going to make a pass with a bush hog and get all this little piddly stuff, so I need to make sure I don't have any T-post or any wire that bush hog can hit and tear it up on. Rather rip it all up, get it all bunched up and throw it in the pit. Out of sight, out of mind. So I got it all on the ground and got me some little piles made. What I think I'm going to do is cut the top out of that tree, maybe make 2 cuts in that one and 1 here, just so I don't struggle with it so much pushing it with a skid steer. I got the fire stacked up. What was kind of burned around the edges, I just kind of pulled it back to the center and let that get back going. I'm gonna have to take that pine tree out on the back side of it because it's pretty much gonna kill it, but it'll be no big deal. And then I pretty much cleared. I'm not gonna mess with that fence because that wasn't part of the deal, but I am gonna try to take all the trash and get it on a big pile. And you may want me to go ahead and put that in the pit after I get everything burnt up. Gotta get that big tree right there on it, but I think I'm gonna go grab some lunch, and then when I come back I'll start pushing this stuff. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get to pushing this stuff now. I got the logs cut. I don't know how well it's gonna go because it is just really soft right in there, so let's see. Y'all, that is just a dang mess over there. It's like where that big pine tree was and a couple of them bigger trees, just sinkholes. That's gonna have to dry out a couple days before I can really finish it, but I got me enough work stacked up down there to pile the fire up. The old dirty sticks and stuff is just about putting my fire out. I'm gonna have to crank up the little old fire make it happener and see if we can get this thing back rolling. Ruh-roh. I was about to say I was about to call it quits on this one. And I heard lost my fire maker. Oh, bet you didn't roll off in the fire. Dang, I got out of the hole. Crank this thing back up. All right, let's try this again. I got my leaf blower blowing on it. It's been going good for a little bit. I just want to go ahead and just leave that there. I want to try to get it burnt down as much as I can before I leave here in a little bit. But I'm gonna call it quits on that, or quits for today. Let me show y'all what else I got, or what else I lack. Got a little bit right here I got to get on the fire. Should do that tomorrow, and that'll kind of give me some fuel to burn these bigger trees over here. And really all I got left is, I can't remember if this one was in the deal or not, because that truck is kind of in the way on this trailer, but I do need to take down 3 more right there, and they're gonna be fun. Not sure how I'm gonna do it just yet, actually. So anyway, that's about all I like on this job, so I need to call the owner and see about this one. It's actually a pretty good tree, a big tree. But anyway, I'm gonna call it quits on this one, and I'll see y'all back again tomorrow.